Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 26, 2022. This is a general reading, so feel free to take whatever resonates and leave behind for others whatever does not. To uncover more layers of the week, be sure to check out your readings for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. And for those who want even more clarity, I posted a pick a card video that provides answers to whatever questions you may have in terms of yes or no, timing, and finding out reasons why. So this reading explores themes related to the summer and winter solstice, which respectively occurs in the northern and southern hemisphere on June 21st. The word solstice is derived from Latin and references the sun's apparent stoppage or standstill above the furthest points north and south of the equator. So in this first column, we look at what appears to be stopping or standing still. We have this Yin card, the Hierophant, Death, Nine of Swords. In this second column, we look at what is reaching its furthest point this week. You have Wise Woman of the Grove, Grace. Five of Cups, Tower, and Temperance. And in this third column, we see how your energy is impacted by the solstice. You have Consciousness. You also have 10 of Wands, Queen of Cups, and 8 of Pentacles. So what gives the appearance of stopping or standing still, this Yin, is the receptive feminine energy, more nurturing and just allowing things to occur as opposed to making any efforts to move things forward. Just kind of being instead of actively doing. So here it seems with the Hierophant and the Death card, there's some major kind of transition taking place with respect to some type of higher knowledge, some education, some way of thinking about your connection to other things. And with the Nine of Swords here, it's a sense of fear and anxiety. So this may be kind of some type of problem that you're trying to solve that you can't really solve, or something where self-doubt is kind of coming in. So let's take a look at that Nine of Swords. You have Eight of Pentacles, which also shows up over here. So for some of you, this is work-related. It could be that it seems that maybe certain ideas or solutions aren't really revealing themselves to you, and it's kind of stressing you out. Let's take a look at the Hierophant. You have Ace of Swords. So definitely some type of new way of connecting information. For some of you, this may be you connecting with something greater than yourself in a spiritual, religious sense. For others, it may be an area of study or a certain new aspect of a job that you are trying to figure out, trying to like kind of connect the dots between information and trying to make sense of it. So let's see what you have in this Death card. You have the Magician, and this is definitely a card of action, taking action and communicating clearly, recognizing, you know, tools, resources, abilities, being, you know, just aware of the environment and your surroundings, and to some degree, this, what appears to be stopping or standing still, may be this kind of almost a concept of time, where or free time, and it's almost as if you feel like you need to know everything all at once, or that you feel like you have to actively do things. So it does seem like there is an opportunity to really make a change, to create something for yourself where you are going to add value to your abilities. But here with these cards that are like very active, like you know, element of air is active, the Magician is manifests things into reality, and then the Eight of Pentacles is you know, pretty much dedicating yourself to a task, pouring your heart and soul into something. So what this could be is almost that you need to spend some time allowing. I mean, it seems like what appears to be stopping or standing is with this yin is the receiving. So it's almost, you need to be a little bit more gentle with yourself and just allow things to come to you, and not feel like you have to have all the solutions right away. It takes time to transform into you know, this confident, all-knowing master of the universe that can manifest what they want into reality. And when you have new information given to you, you want to know as much as possible, as soon as possible. But really, the information is to allow you to like bridge the gap to reach a certain outcome. And that's not something that you kind of need to rush. And here, with what is reaching its furthest point this week, is this concept of grace. This concept of just being in a place of positivity, love, acceptance, and not getting involved with, you know, politics, and also, like, I mean, being fair, being diplomatic, being kind. If someone's giving you the wrong information, maybe not cramming down their throat the manual of how they're supposed to be doing things, and kind of knowing that you're right, but not necessarily calling people out about it or needing to rub their faces in it. Not saying that you would normally, but it's almost as if you have to try extra hard this week. You know, to some degree, this Nine of Swords could be, you know, problems that other people are creating for you, and you're trying to like really, you know, manifest all these aspects, and other people not doing their part is stressing you out. You have this Temperance card here, and you also have the Tower. So what's interesting about Temperance, it's about balance and peace and moderation. And the Tower is kind of just pulling the rug out from underneath someone, underneath you. And then you have the Five of Cups, which is a sense of loss and, you know, maybe just having a good old-fashioned just cry about things. So here, in terms of this this concept of grace and being, you know, just kind of being in the middle ground of things, not necessarily having to prove your importance or prove what you know, and just kind of be kind to everyone. This might not be you. It could be you. You could be super frustrated and cry might help you, but this also could just be others around you that are going through some things as well. And this could be also like a lot of people going through some Tower moments. So here it's really a call. I mean, the Temperance card is your card, Sagittarius. So it's this concept of grace and temperance is really hitting that hot spot this week. So let's take a look at Temperance here. Really kind of, it's almost, you know, calling you to kind of wrap your a sense of calm, a sense of nurturing, a sense of just everything is okay, and kind of just wrap that around everything that you can, you know, in communications, how you're receiving things, how you're giving things that you're like even utilizing, just kind of just slow things down, slow the pace down even. You have the Two of Wands. So here it's a concept of planning and getting outside of a comfort zone. So perhaps you are used to really kind of just going and making things happen, and you really need to kind of take the back seat on that and really kind of be the peacekeeper and plan for next steps along the way. So let's see what's up with this Tower. You have the Sage of Cups, which is equivalent to the Queen of Cups. So this is a card of nurturing and connecting with people in terms of their emotions. And it seems that you can really make a difference by, you know, tapping into that healing aspect, that more nurturing and soothing aspect of yourself, and kind of connecting with people and letting them know kind of things might not be great, but you know, things will be okay. And working together is kind of the key here. So let's take a look at this Five of Cups. You have the Page of Wands, and this is a card kind of indicates self-expression and exploration and adventure and so forth. So for some of you, I feel like this has to do with just, you know, going in a new direction, something that you're either pushing yourself or the people that are your colleagues are pushing themselves. And this is like a new experience that has a lot of potential upsides, but also has some downsides. It's kind of making me think of like a startup company where everyone's like excited about, you know, creating something new and amazing, and then, you know, there's some like drawback and everyone's kind of stressed and frustrated, and you know, it's supposed to be good times and so forth, and everyone wants to kind of make their mark. But here it's definitely a sense of being more there for people on an emotional way, and connecting with them, as opposed to making your mark and you know, putting people in their place and having them recognize where your place is in the whole scheme of things. So here, that your energy is impacted by the solstice, you have this consciousness card. This, you can see there's a picture of the brain there, and this is about, you know, how you are kind of thinking about yourself, your connection with others, something greater than yourself, kind of allowing yourself to explore intuition, creativity, and not necessarily be in a place of active thinking or active doing. With this Ten of Wands here, you have this card of someone who is definitely taken on a big load of responsibilities, and they're, you know, really looking for that outcome. And perhaps there is some kind of feeling like, oh, you've been here and you've done this before, and here you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is over here. You have the Queen of Cups, which is over here. So it's almost a way for you to kind of, the universe to let you know, hey, why don't you kind of go within and see if there's like a certain pattern. Do you find yourself in this situation, in not exactly the same situation, but in this pattern of having a lot of incentive and changes that you can advance, and then just being, you know, stressed out by it, and really needing to hold things together for yourself, for other people, and needing to tap into this more healing energy. And is it revealing that this is the place where you thrive? That's, you know, just questions to ask. So let's take a look at that Queen of Cups. You have the Lovers card. So again, a card about heart, long-term decisions, and connections. with other people, making partnerships with them, and wanting them, the best for them and wanting the best for yourself. And this is also a card of self-love, and Queen of Cups is a card about all sorts of emotions and love and nurturing and self-care. So this is kind of having you tap into yourself to focus on what you truly care about. Let's take a look at the 10 of Wands. You have the 7 of Cups, and these are potential outcomes, fantasies, imaginations, hopes. So this question of going, inside, perhaps like taking a moment to meditate, some quiet time for yourself, is having you probably ask the question of, what is it that I truly want, and is taking on this responsibility or taking on this heavy load going to get me what I want? Is this going to help realign me with what I want so it doesn't feel so heavy? Just questions of that nature. So let's take a look at the 8 of Pentacles. You have the Hierophant again. You have 2 Hierophants, above and below. So here, this is definitely a card of higher knowledge and connecting to a higher power. And to some degree, it seems that whatever it is that you do and you put you're dedicated to, it brings you to a higher awareness, and putting together what it is that, that type of dedication and something that you want to connect with from the heart, may help advance you in whatever it is that you want to do. If you've already found what you want to do, help you to become more dedicated and realigned with that. And if you are still searching for what you want to do, then really kind of setting up some guidelines, some rules, boundaries as to what would meet that requirement of fulfilling you emotionally and making you feel accomplished and connected to yourself and others. So I'm hoping this provides a helpful perspective of your week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.